Hello, I'm Ali,
I'm Deb.
and welcome to another episode of Connected Conversations. Are you feeling lucky today? Or would you consider yourself a lucky person? Um, Today, Deb and I are talking all about luck versus manifestation. And I feel like Lucky Girl is all over the internet. Manifestation tips are all over the internet. So we want to give our take on what we think of luck versus manifestation because I think I used to believe in luck. Oh, I was just lucky. I won this Instagram thing, or I was lucky. I got this. However, at what point I feel could you just take responsibility for your life and feel like it's manifestation? It is you thinking clearly into exactly what you want and somehow letting the universe deliver and making it happen. So today, lucky, luck versus manifestation. It's St. Patrick's Day on Friday. So we're obviously wearing green. We're feeling the vibe. We want to talk about this. So, Deb, what do you think? Luck versus manifestation?
Yeah, I used to think, oh wow, they're so lucky. And really the definition of luck is like just a chance happening without any real explanation. But I really believe everything happens in your life that first came from a thought, whether it was conscious or unconscious. I think that you manifest everything. I don't believe that things just happen. I do believe in, positive energy. I do believe that you might think, oh, that would be so amazing if I won the lottery or, won at bingo or whatever that is. But you still had the belief or the positive expectation on the outset. So I don't believe that luck just happens. I do believe that it's all manifested from a thought first.
And if you take a look at just the word luck, it has more of a positive ring to it. And even the lucky girl syndrome, you are consciously thinking thoughts to feel like everything works out for me. I'm so lucky, or whatever it is, right? Like if you want to say, like, oh, this is a lucky girl trick, yes, it has a name to it. However, it's a version of manifestation. And it's fun, it's exciting, and it's still the thoughts that are becoming things. And I feel like with manifestation, sometimes it's easy to say, like, oh, that was just luck, and not take responsibility for the great things that you're doing, because then you can be a victim to things when they aren't going well. Because whether we're manifesting, yeah, great riches, that relationship, the job that we want, we also manifest things like maybe breakups or heartaches or, or accidents, like things in our mind. We're constantly moving like 60,000 thoughts a day. Our subconscious runs 95% of us. It's like we're just like on autopilot every day. And there's manifestation happening all the time. So, like with luck, I feel like it was maybe younger. It's like, oh, there's Lucky Charms, there's luck in this, there's luck in that. And that's where it came from in my mind. It's like, oh, this is like, they must be lucky.
And
And now,
how many people think that I'm so unlucky and they
mm,
are, right? Because
yeah,
of the expectation that, oh, I'm never going to win that or that's never going to happen for me and it never will because they have that expectation that it's not going to happen. So the thought starts first. And Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich says the accumulation of money, and I would say not just money in this quote, but cannot be left to chance, good fortune, and luck. It has to start with creating a vision for the future, making an intention to bring this vision to reality, and then aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions all according to the vision so that it can come to fruition and not having those jumbled thoughts that it might happen. Oh, it's not happening. It has to be just
mm.
that positive expectation that it's going to happen in order for it to manifest.
And I love it, the last part of that quote, the thoughts, emotion, and vision. So it's not even like, okay, I'm going to manifest $5,000 this month. It's not just the words, you also vision it. Maybe you see it coming into your bank account, a transfer, or that emotion. And I think emotionalizing things is part of that secret sauce of manifestation. It's getting in that higher vibration. So if you are used to feeling like, oh, $5,000 isn't reachable, or 10,000 or 100,000, whatever it is, it's like allowing yourself to envision it and get into that emotional vibration, emotionalize these things. and see where that can move you with how you're going to manifest. So I love the last piece of it. There's magic in there if you let it seep through of when you are wanting to get lucky and manifest, get into that vision, create the emotion and write it down. Write it down, say it, and allow that vibration to get out to the universe to manifest what you want.
I think awareness is key too. So if you're looking, for that relationship that you really want, have you done the work on yourself? Have you healed all those maybe past traumas from usually childhood? Sometimes it goes back generations, but what is your relationship to having a relationship? What is your relationship to yourself? If it's money, what is your relationship to money? What are your beliefs around money? So I think awareness is key of where you're at, and have you done the work in order to, I guess, lift those blocks or
Mhm.
what's blocking you from bringing your manifestations to fruition?
Because how many times have I think at one point I got called out on it when I was dating, or how many times I hear women, it's like, and I don't want this in a man, and I don't want this, and I don't want this. And then they're like, and you know what? I met this guy and he was all those things. It's like, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah, he
true.
was. Like you, if
Yeah.
you want to walk into a room with 100 great men, and that 101st man is that same typical guy that you
That's
date,
so true.
different name. It's like, of course you're attracting him in because that's who you're looking for. If you want to see, if let's say, like, I love the car example because I think that's manifestation. That isn't luck. Again, this is a great way of like, if you say, like, you know what, I want to get that black Porsche. And then you start seeing black
How did you
Porsches
know? How
everywhere
did
around
you know that was my
because
car?
I know these things secretly. We're connected. That's how powerful our minds work, right? Then you can
I
start
love it.
seeing it everywhere. It's not luck that you just magically start seeing it. It's your mind is allowing you to see that it's possible. So I think that's another part. Like when you start seeing it and it hasn't come to you yet, your manifestation might be closer than you think, and you're seeing it around you because it's possible, because it's there and it's allowing you to get in that vibration. So watch the jealousy, watch the, oh, maybe I'm not lucky comment. Like there was a saying that I learned recently, like, don't say shit out loud that you don't want. Because it's like,
So true.
oh, no, thank you.
I catch people like I think I'm fairly aware, but I would never say that. I would never say like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm feel like I'm getting a cold. I used to have a girlfriend that used to always say, oh, I think I'm coming down with a cold. And I'm like, I would never say that. Do not say that. You're owning it, right? Anytime
Mhm.
I have, you're owning a statement. And I think that the process of manifestation is the same process that we go through when we try and work on ourselves or change our circumstances or commit to reaching a goal. It all starts with the intention, right? We want
Mhm.
to drop some pounds. It starts with the intention that we want something, and then we have to get focused in our mindset, and then we have to take certain actions in order to get there. So I think it's the process that we're using all the time, whether we are really aware of it or not.
Mhm. I agree, and I would add into there also like that beingness, like who would that future self be, and what would she or he be doing to be able to create those different actions, because it, yes, definitely starts with our thoughts. And it's not just luck that maybe you did meet that really great person that you wanted to attract, or that beautiful dream job, or that extra 5K a month that you've been wanting. Like take ownership and responsibility, because that to me is empowerment, that builds confidence. Because you could brush it off as like, oh, they're lucky. However, obviously it's clear Deb and I don't really feel like that's the case. So if you have a different view on luck or manifestation, like again, there's so many different versions of like how to manifest. We've given you some really great tips. And I think most of all, for what I have learned, it's allowing myself to believe that something different is possible and getting out of the memories of the past in order to manifest my new life and take ownership of that. So, Deb, like, what would you say would be like the biggest turning point in your personal development that's gotten you into that shift of a different vibration, shift into manifestation instead of like maybe the luck that you've had in the past?
Yeah, and maybe I don't think I had a lot of luck in the past. And when you become aware of kind of the process of setting an intention and really setting the big vision and the big goal, I think having like that belief and that faith that it's
Mhm.
going to happen regardless of your current circumstances. And then, like you said, really stepping into that person. And I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and it's like, be that person now, regardless of
Mhm.
whether you have the Porsche or the big house or the relationship. Be that person now, because the universe will grant you what you are. So aligning your energy is a huge part, and really not letting that monkey mind of just because it hasn't happened in the past to take over, because you can go down that rabbit hole so quickly. So really having that big vision and really believing and having faith that it can happen was probably one of the biggest things. And journaling it out, writing it out,
Mhm.
having those affirmations and just keeping it top of mind all the time will help you from like veering off into, well, this seems like I've never done this before. So I do think that that's huge. And I think we are also going to include the 6 steps to acquiring riches from Napoleon Hill. We will include that in our show notes today. So I wish you good luck, but I hope that you are manifesting. And we will see you next Thursday on another episode of Connected Conversations. And don't forget to find us Monday mornings live for Kickstart Your Mondays. Have a great, happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and we will see you soon. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, please share with your friends and rate and recommend on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. There will be links to more great resources in the description.